Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm gonna show you how easy it is to create a token with tax, an ERC20 token with tax that will work on any L2 or mainnet blockchains that have Uniswap v2 or a clone of Uniswap v2, for example PancakeSwap. So it will work on all these blockchains, and there are many other clones that you can use. So let's go in. What happens if, for example, we buy 100 tokens? From 100 tokens, 2 tokens will be sent to the contract and later swapped at some trigger. If we sell, so this is what we buy, and here we buy and here we sell. Also, if we buy 100 tokens, here like this, we would get just 98 if the buying tax is set to 2, and 2 of the tokens again will be sent to the contract and swapped automatically at some trigger. You can find the code for free. I put it in the gist. It's called token with buy sell tax. Just go to my gist location, which is my GitHub handler Andre D. You can also write me in Telegram if you have any troubles. Remember, I also do development, so you can reach out if you need help creating your token. So let's go over it line by one. Everything is one file, so it is easy for you to just copy paste it into Remix and publish it from there. I put it in one file. So let's start. You have the ownable contract here. We need the owner functionality because we want some wallet to change the fees, set some limits, like be the owner. You also need the owner later if you do some verifications on some Etherscan or other websites. So here it is, nothing fancy, just some basic function. You can transfer the owner or renounce it. We have here some helper interfaces, like this one from ERC20 transfer, because we want to withdraw some tokens that are sent by mistake to the contract. And here we have the Uniswap v2 functions. The most important ones are create pair and swap, the functions that will do the swap. Be careful here on some layer 2 blockchains like PulseX. Sorry, this is PulseX. This one is changed to wrap PLS. So if you don't want to spend 1 hour like me trying to see why the code is not working, they change this function to wrap PLS. Some other L2 might change it here, so you need to go to in the Uniswap router contract to check if you encounter bugs. Like this can be a very hard to debug bug. Okay, so now to the contract itself. I've commented here with change me all the values that you need to change. So you have name, symbol, total supply, buy fee and sell fee. Like 1% is 10. Swap tokens amount. When the swap for the tokens that are held in the contract will trigger, you don't want to put it too low, because if you put it too low, at every 2 transactions swap will occur, so it will be not pleasant for your users. So you want to put it, let's say maybe 0.1% from the total supply, or some higher number. You can also adjust it. You have a function to adjust. The treasury wallet, you can add here more wallets if you want to, marketing, dev, whatever. You have exclude from fees, which if you want to exclude the wallet from fees, and the others are more standard ERC20 functionality, and you have also liquidity pools if you want to add more pools, but I wouldn't worry about it for now. Next, we have some events that are common for ERC20, and we have the Uniswap router. So this is the most difficult part to change, because you need to find the address specific for your blockchain where you want to publish it. So if you target Ethereum mainnet, you need to put here the Uniswap router for Ethereum mainnet, or PancakeSwap router, or whatever blockchain you target, you need to put it the correct one. But to help you, I create the pair here. So in case you put it wrong, when you publish the contract, it will give you an error and say something is not working. And I say it's a very high likelihood that you put this value wrong. I would double check this. So moving on to the constructor, the pair, the LP pool will be created automatically when you create the contract with wrapped ETH as a pair value. And some wallets are excluded from tax, and you transfer the total supply to your owner. If you want to have another distribution, let's say you want to distribute to 2 more wallets or 3 or whatever, you can add here the logic, and at the creation of the contract they will receive that amount. Next, we have the standard ERC20 functions, nothing fancy. Yes, they are just standard, copy pasted from the standard ERC20. Not much to talk about. It would be good if you know approval, what is approval is, and allowances, so you know you can understand what they are, but I think you already do, so we just move on. Now, in order to take tax, we need to modify the transfer function. So this transfer function calls this transfer function, okay, and also transfer from. And like this is a core logic of the contract. So how it goes? First, we need to check if that swap trigger is reached. Okay, so this over mean balance, which is we check if the contract balance of tokens, it is greater or equal than swap tokens at amount. If it is, and it is not swapping is a reentrancy variable here, which will be set to false, so this part is true. And the transaction is not from a liquidity pool, and there's no exclusion from fees. Then we swap the tokens for ETH. So this function here calls this function, which will tell Uniswap to swap whatever tokens there are in the contract and accept any amount of ETH, so this one doesn't fail. And after we swap it, the wrapped ETH will go to the contract and we would transfer it to the treasury wallet. And you can add more logic here to split the tax if you want to transfer some percentage of marketing, some percentage on treasury, and so on. Now for the take fee logic. So if it is not swapping, and it will be not swapping, and it is from a liquidity pool or to a liquidity pool, so it is not a regular transfer, we take a fee. Also, if it is excluded, we don't take a fee. You can pause and go over the logic here more slowly, because it is not hard to follow the logic, but you need to go a little bit more slow. Here we initialize the balance of from, because we need to check if the transfer has enough money to do it. We initialize a variable fees to 0, and if take fees is true, then we check is it a buy or a sell. So if it is from a liquidity pool, the fee will be the amount, or buy fee divided by 1000, because the buy fee, remember, you add 2 zeros to it. There are no decimal points in Solidity, so this would be the only way to calculate it. And if there's a sell, the same logic applies. If the fees are greater than 0, so for example, we can set the buy fee to 0. But if they are greater than 0, then we update the balances. So from will take less the amount that it is given to it minus the fees, and we send also the fee to the contract. In any cases, the balances from and to will be less and equal to amount. But remember, if there is fee, that amount would be minus those fees, and we emit transfer. Now that I look over it, maybe this logic can be simplified a little bit, but I hope it is clear enough for everyone. And we are going to go to some other functions now. So set excluded from fees if you want to exclude the wallet from a fee. Set swap at amount. Remember, put it little for testing and increase it after. Don't leave it a low value. If you want another liquidity pool to be created and take tax from it, you need to call this function. You can change the treasury wallet, set the fees. Here, for example, the condition, you cannot put more than 10%. If you want to put 100% fees, you can just comment this code. We can withdraw stack tokens, and this swap tokens for ETH is called the DASA swap. So this contract, it is ready to be published, and let's publish it and test it. So I'm gonna deploy it now. I name it Top Dog. Okay. And I would add this token to my MetaMask. So what I have here, 1 billion tokens, 1 billion, correct. Now this is a contract, it is verified. What I am interested in is, you see here you have the Uniswap pair automatically added. So what I'm going to do is go to Uniswap and add liquidity, create a liquidity for it. So you would go to liquidity, add liquidity, and here you would select wrap BNB and your token. Okay, so you import your token here, and you need to wait a little until they let you. In other interfaces for Uniswap this might be slightly different, but you want to go to add V2 liquidity, and for add V2 liquidity I'm gonna put it all. Okay, so now we have to do two transactions. One, we need to set the allowance for the router to take our tokens, and one more transaction to create the pool. Let's select it again. Don't know why it didn't work the first time. Let's okay, so now it calls add liquidity. I don't know why, but I had to press 2 times for it. Now all my tokens are gone from my wallet and they are in the liquidity pool. So if we go to this top dog address and we see the pair, you see now the liquidity pool holds this amount of wrapped BNB and this amount of tokens. Very good. Now I'm gonna switch to another wallet that is not whitelisted. So this wallet is not whitelisted, and let's do a swap. So always double check you are using the correct token address. So you're not copy pasting the wrong contract, because here if you just type by name, or you can just paste directly here the contract address, sometimes there are many tokens with the same name, so you have to be careful not to do some stupid things. So what I'm going to do now, I'm gonna buy 1000 tokens. I'm gonna confirm the swap. So remember, this with a wallet that is not whitelisted, because if you do it with the owner, you won't get any tax taken because your wallet is whitelisted. So we see that we got with our wallet, which is 0C, we got just 990, and 10 of the tokens were sent to the contract. So in our code we had that 1% buy fee for the tax. Now I'm gonna sell some tokens. I'm gonna sell 500. I need to approve swapping through the router. And I'm gonna submit it to swap. So if I am selling 500 and the sell fee is set to 20%, 2%, this would mean that 10 of the tokens would go to the contract. Now if we take a look in the contract, we see that until now it accumulates with 20 top dogs, and our swap threshold is set to 100. So as long as we gather more tokens there, it won't swap, but when it will reach 100 it will trigger the swap. So what I'm going to do now is buy 10,000 tokens. Okay, so with 10,000 tokens, the tax being 1%, it will send 100 to the contract, and the contract will have 120 tokens. Let's see if it updates. But yes, the contract got 100 tokens, so now it must have 120 tokens. Yeah, it updates. So next time I am doing a buy or a sell, it will trigger the swap. So let's say I sell 1 token. Okay, and you know that the treasury wallet is set to 007. So this 007 is a treasury wallet, and we need to wait a little bit here until it updates. But you see the transfer was done of wrap BNB to the treasury wallet. So now the contract will not have any tokens. Okay, you see they are gone. Will not have any BNB, and our wallet, our treasury wallet, would have received this BNB to it. If we go to the wallet and you go to internal transaction, you see 1 minute ago you got this amount of BNB. Don't know why it's here 0, but it's not 0, it is this amount of BNB. And we can also do a transfer test. For example, I transfer some token. I have 0. Anyway, so not to bore you, you can check it yourself if transfer from one wallet to another works. It works, trust me. That it cannot work. It works 100%, but testing is important, and you should test yourself some things so you are sure that your contract is good. Now some improvements that you can do. So here is a very good token. It works, it gets the job done, but can you add a little bit more to it? Yes, you can. So here is where maybe my jobs come in. So what you can do is simply add the permit for gasless approvals, which is very good for fast trading, bots, and exchanges that will not trigger an extra transaction for approval from a user. They will trigger just a signature. So you can add this stuff. You can do time lock transactions, dynamic fee adjustment based on volume. You can add anti-whale mechanism, burning, reflection rewards, staking, and many other stuff. You can do airdrops easily directly in the code. Like the cheapest possible way to airdrop is to put the airdrop function in it, and it's just like a simple function you can add to the contract. Various burning stuff, governance, and some other things. Anytime anything you can want, you can just give me a message and I will reply to you as soon as possible with a quote. The Telegram is NDXYZ1, and I hope you got value from this video and you understood what I did, and if you have any problems, just write me on Telegram, but say that you saw my video, because thank you for watching, and I wish you very success to your token launch.